Hello everybody and welcome to another review. So, I've been playing the server for a while and they do wipe tomorrow, so first of all let's get that out of the way. The truth is, I play this server, but I think it deserves a review because the server's quite special. It has something about it that's different. It's a low pop server, unfortunately, and it deserves more players. It's an maximum of 80 players. It's based in Germany. It's a PvP, quests, hat crate, black market, first person, base building, raiding server. You spawn in with a stone knife, very old school DayZ. A stack of rags that are disinfected, an apple. Yes, you've got a rucksack on, and you're good to go. But you get through a lot of food and water. You have to think about the things that make DayZ amazing. If you press M, you've got a map. You'll see various icons on here that I put in, and you see the fact that I was playing with Chuckles on here. As I said, the server wipes tomorrow, so any of the markers I've got don't really matter too much. Yeah. And we've spawned in right up here. So what's it got that makes it special? So, black market is the only trader, and it ain't safe. But you can't even get into black market. So you have to complete a quest line. There's a splattering of AI on the map. The zombies are harder. They cut you more often. There you go. It's like the old school ones. You die more often. Securing food and water is one of your primary aims. And then they've got AI. But the AI is done not all over the place. They're in high value areas. They're where they should be. They've got custom stuff in here. And amongst all that, you're trying to build a base, raid other people, survive, and get to their end game goals. There's better clothing, there's better rucksacks, but there's nothing too OP. It's nothing that you wouldn't expect on any other PvP server, but they've made it harder. They've made it more of a challenge. Base building plus for building. A severe lack of nails around the place. Finding a box of nails is a victory, so you get smaller bases. Loads of quests, but the quest board is next to black market, so to hand in quests or pick up quests you're risking being shot, and I love that. It's an added problem. So if you like a harder version of DayZ, this is it. 100% this is it. Trying to gear up is really difficult. Trying to get a gun that's worth having and surviving long enough to use it. Getting given money that you can't spend because you haven't unlocked black market, so you have to keep it secure, which means you have to build a base. It's been thought about really well. Really, really well. It's got the balance right, which a lot of servers haven't. If you prefer a more survival version of DayZ, but still want to do PvP, still want to base build, still want to have quests, still want to explore, this is a place to be. A lot of very custom stuff. So their Bitcoin miner, they have a drug growing thing that I haven't seen before. Sure, it's a mod that's used out there, but it's not the normal ones that everybody uses. So my goal now is water and food. Not guns. Normal PvP server, guns, isn't it? That's all you care about to start with. Guns, get back to your base, get involved in a fight. Here, you need to think a bit more strategically. Oh, we'll take that because we can turn it into rags to make it a fish. I used to be dead against AI on PvP servers. But I'm learning that with the right server owner and done right, so they're not everywhere, made to feel part of the world, they can make the world feel really alive. So, I don't want to carry on. We're going down to the fishing village, certainly. Is there. We'll go there via the well, which is there. There we go. That makes sense. Even airdrops have their own problems. We had a player called airdrop yesterday, which we dropped in, and it deployed bears to attack us, as well as zombies. And with a lack of ammo and a lack of weaponry, we were ready for it. We got into a building because we knew that they, from having played the server for a few days, we gathered that they were up to no good. That they think differently. So points of interest on the map that you know about. Forget the Devil's Castle, that's a quest I've got to do. Drug, cellar, hacked crate, black market. That's about it, really. Oh, toxic zone up there. Other stuff you'll find as you go round. You'll go, oh, that's different, or oh, that's been added in. And they're good, they're nice edits. They make sense. They're not just put in for putting's sake. They've put things in to make the world feel more alive, more real. It's one of those servers where every bit of your life matters, where it does matter, because it's so difficult to get geared, because it's so difficult to get that one box of nails that's, yeah, it's so difficult to find a code lock, that having those items matters. And they've got some custom scripts on building. They've got their own recipe book. So you can have, well, it's not their own, it's a mod, but other recipes out there. See, I'm already hungry. What we've been going for, in real terms, we've been running for 8 minutes. And at this point, I need to eat. Survival on this server is difficult. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. And with the next wipe coming, today is the 13th of August 2026. The next wipe's due tomorrow, the 14th of August 2026. So if you're watching this video any time after the 24th and you want to play the server, wipe would have happened. But if you watch this video beforehand, you can be on here tomorrow when it wipes and be live with everybody else, which is massive, which gives you that opportunity. The server is called The Hunt, as in Tango, Hotel, Echo, Hotel, Uniform, November, Tango. And links to the Battle Matrix and information about it will be in the description below if you're interested in playing it. Remember, this is a snapshot of an hour of play today. This doesn't mean that when you jump on it will look like this. Server owners do change server statistics, and it's not my server. The server is run by a very, very, very good owner. Oh, there's something different. Tell I haven't been down here before, can't you? And I haven't been down here before. I'd say there's custom stuff down here. Prepare to die, seeing I don't have a gun. I mean, some things aren't perfect. Yeah, this is not built flat. Yeah, so you have to allow for the fact, because as server owners, because I'm one myself, not everything is hard work getting all these things done. I quite like the field shovel. It does perform a very useful tool for bashing zombies. And it's Tanara, so it does rain, as you can see. So there's certainly a bunker in there. I'm going to need to kill that Z. 100%. And it's dark nights. The reason I'm keeping everything, forgetting the fact that we've got loads of this, is the fact that we might need to make fishing rope. So having extra items we can turn into rags might be the difference between life and death for us. You can purify your rags using hot water. You can boil your rags to purify them. It's one of the recipes. So that's the way out. Got to find a way in. How surprising! We're already cold. We're already wet. We've already catching a cold. And what are we? 15 minutes in. As I said, this is like a vanilla server done right. This is not your sweaty PvP server. This is PvP server for people that want something a bit harder. A bit more of a challenge. I don't like going into debug, but we'll just use it to get round the outside of here. And then drop down. Okay, so that would tell me that the inside is dark. Because they've left the coordinates there. You have got auto run, it's Z or Z. We'll soon be back in the trees again. And I'll feel better then. There we go. I feel better now. I honestly haven't been here before. First shooter. I prefer a shamag over a balaclava because a shamag can be used as a bandage in an emergency. Well, so certainly a way out. Must be another way in somewhere. But I like this. This is nice. Good use of the castle steps. Ron. Where are we on the map? We know we're up that corner. So basically all of that is a bunker. So push down to here. We need food. Hope this village has some. Do we have a can of Coke or we drank it? This sort of server where you probably shouldn't dash around like I am. You probably need to patrol everywhere until you get a vehicle. Just because it's safer. And expect random things like that to suddenly be a point of interest. I found up in the north, I found a power plant that I'd never seen before. A mod that I think, if it is a mod, it's a mod I've never seen before. So it hits me more likely that something that they've done themselves, which is awesome. I mean, there are things on here that I have seen before. But I've used them myself, and they fit in well to this map. It is instant flag for building. and it's a full-size flag. There are your normal rules of where you can and can't build, but you'd expect that, and really you'd want that. You don't want people always building in military camps on your normal run-of-the-mill server like this. Fishing rod would be nice now, wouldn't it? Or a knife. I realise that can of drink will keep us alive. We need to bandage, but we need to get a fire on them to stay alive. It's long days, long-ish nights that are very dark. So MVGs matter. Like I said, food. Yes, it is a bottle of Malibu. Okay, let's bandage ourselves to start with, rather than worrying about the drink. Then drink the can of Coke. And then start to work out what we're going to do. As I said, it's only going to be an hour-long review. Our blood's right down, so we need to calm down a little bit in this mad rush. Drink this for us, energy and water. Right, can we cut up rags with our spade? Yes. Will Malibu purify rags? Obviously, I want to save my knife for gutting fish. So, that's not needed. That's not needed. That is... Now we need a piece of rope for certain. Because then we can fish. I know you're hungry, mate. So... It says it's beer. If I put that there, can I combine? No. Okay, so bring that down, take that over there, pistol into there. So our next problem is we need to purify, so we've only got one rag left. Shotgun ammo. Pair of trial shoes. What condition? Worn. I prefer trial shoes. I don't know why, I always have done in the game. going to need a stick. We're going to need to catch ourselves something to eat. There's no point having a fire and not making use of it. Obviously, we're seeing in black and white. Can I cut things down with this? No. So, I'm going to risk 2 of those rags making gloves. I want 2 long sticks. I want 1. It doesn't really matter at this point. We just need the fishing rod at this point. Then I'm going to mix it with the rope. And that, which is worth its weight in gold. Stick that on my back. Stick it into a slot. Now we need some worms. If we used a shovel, it gave us more than 1, which is quite nice. As per normal with me, ammo goes there. No, ammo goes there. General survival gear. Now, from experience, just around that headland, there's a little place you can fish. And if a player comes down, they're less likely to see you. So anywhere along here, that little sandbank there is normally pretty good. They can see you from that headland, they can see you from up there, but they're not naturally looking here. So let's get ourselves some fishies. Mackerel, that will do. I only want 1. If it's sea fish, we get better resources off it than we do with a river. Now the problem is we've got to get bark and sticks inside the house without them getting wet. So we need bushes that are close to a building that we can run them in with. Also going to need bark. I don't know whether we can get bark using the shovel. No, we can't. So I'm going to need 1 bit of bark. Now I'm going to run that in my hand, because if I put it in my rucksack, I'm already wet. It's guaranteed to get wet. Hopefully it's dry still. Put it on the floor. I'm going to need another one. But first of all, I'm going to need a long stick. So the bush is currently dry in its DayZ state. When it gets rained on, it will get wet, but there'll be a few seconds where it will remain dry. So if you can get it inside in those few seconds, it's still dry. But no paper on me or anything to open. That's damp, so I can't use it. That's damp. Okay, so I now need a piece of bark to use as to light the fire with. Gather the bark. Get it in the hand and run it in. Place that one inside, that's your tinder. Break this one down. Make a fire lighter. Hand drill kit. Stick those sticks straight inside. Hand drill in hand. Get that fire lit. It can't cook the fish till it gets to a certain temperature anyway. Hopefully it will light. It's lit. Yeah? Grab your fish. See if we can cut it up with a spade to start with. We can't. So that's badly damaged. As long as it can cut this, we're good to go. We'll still have to find a knife. But that's half the battle. And that's why I love this server. Right. On there. On there. That's done. Cut that up. We need more rags to replace the other rags. Get next to the fire. Can't really use them to bandage until they're purified, disinfected. Now, let's wring our clothes out and give ourselves the best chance of survival. Right, that's cooked. One inside your pants and one inside your jacket. And you're listening for when it's cooked. I've wrung it out, it's going on the floor. Next item. Rucksack's going on the floor. On the floor. Anything that's damp or wet on the floor, as long as it's not ruined. Okay, that one's done. So bring it out and work out which one it's going inside. I'm putting that inside my shirt to help dry it. And I'm going to wring this one out. Okay, I'm still wet, so something I've got. Fishing rod. Oh, because I'm still wearing these. Yep, damp is now gone. So I'm no longer wet because I'm not wearing any wet clothes. So I'm going to wring out the items that we have got that we know are. The fish will help to dry them. On the floor. That's damp now. That's still wet. That's soaked. Let's get that wrung out. Tier 1 airdrop. Well, that's dry now. Stick it on. That's dry. Stick it on. They're dry. Get them on. Again. 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 It's the only thing that's a problem. On my back. And I want to get as warm as possible while waiting for these things to dry out. The fire's not going to go on forever. I'm not going to keep loading it. I can eat that piece. That piece is still red. I don't need it, but a full belly will help to fight off the cold. I think the biggest problem with doing an hour-long review of a server is I'm trying to show you so much in that hour that I make mistakes. But we've seen a custom area, which is good. I've shown you how much harder the zombies are. You know what you spawn in with. You understand what's on here for base building and such like. And we've still got 25 minutes to go, which should get us into Svet for a look around. Which I've not been to yet on this server, so I don't know if it's at all custom or not. Okay, that's ready to go. So, now it's about how long do I wait. I want to have a full water, so let's drink my water. Full belly and full water, and some meds would help. We don't have the meds, so we're working on heat to fight the cold. There, full icon on belly, so I don't want there comes the aircraft over our heads. I can stick that on there. Still raining? Nah, it's not still raining. Right, let's move out. The zombies will be back formed again. So we're going to move our RV across, just to make our lives easier. And we're going to put it on the well. I'm not going to go direct to the well, but that's where I would be heading for. We're going to fight that zombie and hope that they've got something on useful. Now I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to climb on the car to do it, because I've only got one bandage. I'm going to try and coax it to the side. There we go. Nothing on that's useful to me. Here another zombie. There it is. Turn it into rags. Straight down. Give myself stacks. So if we get a way of purifying. Bit more shotgun ammo. Only buckshot, but 3 rounds is better than nothing. So you've got a dry bag, and he's got a vest on. I'd like the vest. I mean, it's not going to protect me from bullets, but it's going to give me more storage. Make me a little bit warmer. Suddenly we've got a bit more storage. Our first proper weapon. Now that we don't see very often. I'm going to have it. Because I will pull that. We will pop that before the end of the video. Actually, we'll pop it now because it's going to come and all hell's going to break loose. Where are we going to pop it? We'll be able to see it from the window. Here's looking good. And now everybody knows where I am, and there's a medical airdrop coming in. Try and get warm, because in 5 minutes' time we're going to have a fight on our hands. So, do I recommend the server? Blatantly I do. This is the server I play. Do I think that you should give it a go if you're into PvE? Yes. As long as you don't mind that you might get shot at by a player. Should you give this a go if you're a sweaty PvP player? No, don't go anywhere near it. You wouldn't enjoy it. It's too survivally. Is it a good server if you've just come from console? Probably. Because a lot of the vanilla stuff that you do in DayZ is similar to what you'll have to do in here to survive. So it will give you the upper hand. And some of the quality of life things are there, you know, the map, the base building, the raiding, the new weapons, the fact that you can make different recipes, all that sort of stuff. Is it a recommended server from me overall? 100%. It fits completely into the type of player I am. What else is on here from the top of my memory? PvP, obviously. Bitcoin. Quests. Lots of quests. But you don't just get access to hundreds of quests straight away. They follow quest lines. So complete one, get the next one type thing. You need to follow a quest line to get into black market. And as of the wipe, to get to the better sales items in black market, you'll need to follow another quest line. Brilliant. Hacked crates are on here. It's first person only. Base building plus. Raiding building. Vehicles. Custom vehicles. Crates, keys, key cards. Harder zombies. As you've seen. More likely to cut you. More in line with the zombies, remember, from, was it pre-20... patch 15? So, 1.30 tomorrow, so yeah, 1.15. I think it was pre that, or 1.16 when we had harder zombies. They feel closer to that. They still don't attack you when you're on the ground, which is good. Will PvP happen? Yeah, it can happen on here. People will try and kill you. Is that alright? Yeah, of course it is. Because the real world is you're trying to survive. Can you have teams? Yes, you can. And map for map, there you are. Group. Yeah, you can build teams. You can have 3 in Alpha and 3 in Bravo, according to that. Yeah, and it shows you who's on the server. Yeah. So that tells me the airdrop's going to fall somewhere out to sea, which is a bit annoying. Let's put the RV on the airdrop. We're not going to make it to there. That might work to our advantage, in all honesty. We swim out to it. Back of that lorry. Yeah, I know you're cold, mate. Here it comes. Now, there will be things around that want to kill me. maybe because it fell in water. Ah, there's something here that you need to kill. I'm not sure there is because it fell in the water. But that be a lesson to you. Don't drop them in the water. No, there they are. Retreat into a property and see what we got. So, what do we get? Filter. Purified tablets. Charcoal. Wrapped pressure bandage. A normal bandage. A normal bandage. Pain relief. Disinfectant powder. Say that was pretty good for this type of server. Certainly that's worthwhile. Right then. We've got 10 minutes. Let's see if we can make it into sweat, shall we? The base building one had loads on it, but I'd say equally the threat we had from the base building one was 2 bears and about 30 zombies. Maybe the rest of them got taken out by the water. Who knows? But certainly, getting bandages is massive. I said the description for the video will include the server details as well as the details of the battle matrix for the server. This is only as good as the day the video was made. The server is due to wipe tomorrow, and I know that they've said they're making it harder, and that can only be a good thing. It doesn't have high pop at the moment, but it does deserve it. But it deserves it from those players that like a harder DayZ experience. One where small victories like that are massive. One where you're not going to find nails all the time and code locks everywhere you go. Where you're not going to be running around with 1 tappers the first day you play. If that makes sense. One where you have to work to get what you need. There's a grind involved. But one way, if you're willing to put the effort in, the rewards are there. Is this server worth it? Yes, it is. Should you play it? As I said before, yes, you should. But not if you're a sweaty PvP player, because you'll hate it. It's not got what they need. It's not going to be another Rearmed. It's not going to be another Aftermath. Not going to be another Down Bad. But it's not trying to be. It's trying to be something unique. And it does that very well. It mixes vanilla DayZ with an enhanced vanilla feel. Maybe it's a good way of describing it is it's vanilla done right. If you, like when you used to get those unofficial patches to games, like Fallout's a prime example. Fallout's been out a few years and then there's an unofficial patch that fixes everything that was never done in the game. It feels like they've fixed Chernarus and made it into, on a PvP PC server, they've made it into the Chernarus we all deserved to have but didn't get. The fact that there's a little military hut there is awesome in itself. Because you have to expose yourself to go to it. Do you bump into AI? Yes. Are they difficult? Yes. I went to do an aircraft, a heli drop. They took me out and I was armed. Do I want them to be difficult? Yes, I do. I want them to be a challenge. But I don't want them everywhere. And they're not. And that's what's nice. They're enhancing the world, not replacing players. They're done in the right places. It feels like they should be there. No, helicopter gets shot down. You'd expect at least one person on that helicopter not to be a zombie. You know what I mean? The ones that died in the crash, yeah, they've turned into zombies, infected, we have to fight them. The ones that didn't die in the crash, they'd be rounding themselves up, getting their guns ready and preparing to move out. And while there aren't hundreds of zombies, with the lack of meds on this server, we have to be careful about every zombie there is. Yeah. Getting money when you can't spend it, do you save it? Or do you throw it away? Little spluttering of military around the place. It feels like it should be here. For me, that's a massive reward on this server. I'm so glad I found the server, and while it might not be a top 100, and probably never will be, it deserves to have, out of an 80 slot server, this would feel so good if there were 50 people on here, because you would still have the survival side, but when you push something important, you'd have competition fighting you for it, and that would be good. That would be a nice way to go. Let's see if we push up to the little military at the end and see if they've done any custom work there. So I've not been down this end of the map. Normally this is where I start off, but because this has the trader, the black market over the other side of the map, I haven't really been over here. They have announced in the wipe that's coming on the 25th, sorry, start again, on the 14th of August 2026, which is tomorrow from the day that I'm recording it, but obviously might not be tomorrow from the day that you're watching it, that winter is coming. Very Ned Stark. So things are going to get harder. And I don't think that's a bad thing either. They've had their summer season, time to push into the beginning of winter. And this might be that type of server. I'm not saying it will be because I don't know, where they do late fall, early winter. Then they go into winter. Then they go into spring. Then they go into summer with their wipes. And that's not a bad thing. It's a whole different level of survival. A whole different way of thinking. And you've still got base building. You've still got survival. You've still got to worry about all the things you don't want to worry about. It's the same in here, isn't it? But I'm the Looting Goblin. This has been a review of The Hunt, PvP, Bitcoin, Quest, Hack Crate, Black Market only, 1pp. And as per normal, we end a review how we start it. I'll see you in the next one.